Dude, what do you want to be when you grow up?
It's one of the most daunting decisions facing any child. What will I do, and what will I become? The best way to help is to lead by example. We're going to show you an array of successful people who apply the skills they've learned because it's part of the job. How many of us sat in class in junior high and wondered, why in the world do I need to learn this stuff? Well, probably all of us. And you can bet that question still echoes in the skulls of 14-year-olds everywhere. Here at Flashing Cactus, we will answer these questions and tackle a larger problem because we believe that learning is easier when you know how it applies. There are countless jobs and job opportunities out there, and that means an endless supply of good, meaningful stories that show a snippet of life at the office and an example of how the basics of school make the job possible. As the economy of 2009 would indicate, a child's preparation for a job is more important than ever. This video series will bring education and career goals together.
This was an interesting math problem that you might have on an airplane. How do you get 60,000 pounds of metal to stop within a couple of 100 feet? You have to figure out how much money does that cost? How much weight does it add to the airplane? That means the variables that you have are making things lighter, but still being able to take 60,000 pounds of airplane and bringing it to a halt in 1,000 feet on a carrier deck.
These 2 to 4 minute interstitial packages will highlight careers ranging from executive to tradesman. Real people doing the job will tell our cameras exactly how schooling applies directly to what they do every day.
I'd like to be a firefighter when I get older. How would I use my mathematics on that job?
When you're pumping water through any fire hose, there's always going to be friction because inside the hose, the water is going through the inside lining. So if it's going through the inside lining, there's friction there. The farther we have to push the water through, the more pressure we have to put behind it. But as we go up in elevation, if we have to pump up a hill, for every 10 feet of elevation, we have to add 5 pounds to that. So the higher we go, the more we have to add to that 8 pounds per 100 foot of hose for our large hose.
Young viewers can email their own questions and learn why school is important and how what they learn in math, science, and English class will be beneficial in the future. Education will be a big part of the job that they may one day want.
Making the water look really, really good was a key thing to making the surfing game and the surfing experience real. And a thing like a wave has got a very mathematical shape. So math helped very much breathe a life and a realism into the wave.
You know, when you're sitting in class in high school, it doesn't seem like it relates to anything you'd ever use in the real world. I had no idea that those problem-solving techniques would be so helpful for me later in life. Whether it be making audio or making planes fly or inventing the next greatest technology or the coolest video game, none of these things would be possible if not for algebra. And that's what's really cool.
Part of the job is a journey of discovery as career possibilities unfold. Early exposure to the wide variety of career choices is very important to every student. They will get a jump on adulthood just by watching.
My name is Richard Lineski. I'm the Assistant Director of Operations at the Bronx Zoo.
My name is Mike McGraw. I'm Director of Spectacular Development for Clear Channel Spectacolor, and I work here in Times Square.
Designed for ages 10 to 16, each short interstitial will show the workplace, tell one quick anecdote, and answer the viewer question obtained through an ongoing internet email database. That database resides in the computer of our host, an affable young guidance counselor who has had his own wake-up call, which will be detailed in the 20-second musical opening. On his new set, he will focus the viewer questions and voice the stories we go to with an eye-popping transition.
The wind turbine is as tall as a 32-story building.
And the more chlorine that's present, the pinker the color.
What happened and why did it happen? It kind of gives you chills.
Back on the set, our host thanks the guests and solicits more email from our audience. He will then close the episode. As an interstitial format, we will keep all stories active, fun, and short. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation. The Flashing Cactus team looks forward to tailoring this idea to meet your needs and to creating the budget and timeline necessary to launch. Part of the job.